Digestive Advantage. It's a supplement.
Shift Digestive Advantage dual action formulas immediately begin to target your digestive needs.
My tummy liked that.
And with continued use, the Healthy Probiotic gives you long-term digestive support.
My tummy loved that.
Works now and later. That's the Digestive Advantage, with formulas for gas, constipation, lactose intolerance, and intensive bowel support.
All right, welcome back to the show. Just in, there's been a sighting in Mexico on the beach. Mike Horn sprinting down with 2 cases of wine under each arm. Don't know if there's gunshots or not. We'll let you know later on, but there's a sighting. He's, in fact, in Mexico. And let's hope he makes it. And I got to unplug my phone because I could get a phone call here from the police. All right. You know something? Speaking of Arizona and the coward T-Rex, do you folks know what has happened? I just found something here. Let me just look at something here. I'm going to refer to this because I just found this out. And thanks to the mainstream media, our reporting agency. You tell me how important this is. You just tell me. Send me an email to Fred Dreyer. I'm at incoming at crni.net. Okay? Send it off to me and let me know what you think. Listen to this. Ninth Circuit, the most liberal court that I can see from 62,000 feet that we have. Ninth Circuit upholds voter ID law. Arizona. This week, the notorious liberal Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld an Arizona requirement that voters show photo identification before casting a ballot. Can you imagine that? Unbelievable. This a renowned Latino rights group claimed the measure approved by voters in 2004, that's only like 8 years ago, to stop illegal immigrants from voting, discriminates against Hispanics because it creates a barrier for minorities that's tantamount to a poll tax. If true, that would violate equal protections rights within the Constitution. Now, because they're challenging it, and they have challenged it, this has forced the state and states to waste sacred tax dollars to defend the common sense policy. It's common sense. Once again, we talk about this. I believe in common sense and standards and the ability to think for yourself over a politic any day. Politics, whether you're right or left, that game, that trap, that science, as they say, has gotten us where we are. You got to have someone stand up and say, I don't care about what that is. I don't care about what you say we're discriminating against because they happen to be Hispanic or Chinese or whoever it might be. You got to show an ID. I was just at the bank the other day and this morning, and they said, oh, you want some of your money? I said, yeah, I'd like to have $300 if I could. I want to go out and buy a dirt bike. He says, well, let me see your ID. Okay, so I got my ID out, and they put it through the computer and says, here's your money. That's how it works. That's what I want them to ask me for my ID. I don't want to go to my voting place and have someone, I say, here's my driver's license. Go, that's okay, we don't need it. I want to wring that guy's neck and throw him in the pool. I live up there, up on the hill, right next to, Wayne Newton. And we're having a hell of a time up there. And I go over to my polling place and I walk in. You've got 4 people behind the desk saying, oh, hi, how you doing? Here's your ballot. Wait a minute, don't you want to see my ID? Well, that's not necessary. They've told me that for the last 10 years. And I say, don't you think it's important? Well, here it is. Here it is. Democrats and the liberal civil rights groups that support the claim it discriminates against minorities. In fact, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, there's a paragon of virtue, the Florida congresswoman, that vampire who chairs the Democratic National Committee, says voter ID laws are, quote unquote, get this, full-scale assault on minority voters designed to rig elections for Republicans. These people are so cowardly, so empty, so shameless that they could defy common sense and reason with this politic. This is what I mean, folks, about listening to this show. It's unlike any other show you're going to listen to. Horn and I, when he's here and he's not in a Mexican jail, when he's here and we're here talking about this stuff, this is what's important. What's important is to talk about common sense and reason, not politics. The Ninth Circuit Court, the most political of all the courts in America, they even saw the common sense in this. So now the Ninth Circuit disagrees with the vampire Wasserman Schultz, saying that no proof was offered to show that the ID requirements gave Latinos fewer opportunities to vote. The Arizona law's photo identification requirement is not an invidious restriction. It doesn't invade. It doesn't restrict. It does not violate the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause, the court wrote in its 73-page decision. I could have wrote it down in the paragraph and then went to lunch and hit some golf balls over here at Woodley. That's how matter of fact this is. Did you hear this? Nobody heard it. You know why? Because Judicial Watch, they're the ones that did the homework on this. You know, and what they did was Judicial Watch has already discovered that voter rolls in several states, including Mississippi, Iowa, Indiana, Missouri, Texas, Florida, Alabama, California, and Colorado, that's half of America, contain the names of individuals who were not eligible to vote. Next time you go to vote, you know, you better thank the Constitution you have that right, and not Acorn, you know, because what you're getting here in America now is an awakening from people who are fed up and sick and tired of the people like Dick Lugar and T-Rex McCain down there in Arizona. And here we are, we have great news to be optimistic. Great news to be optimistic. Ninth Circuit Court upholds voter ID law. You got to show your ID, folks, if you want to vote.